Good morning traders. How's it going? Okay guys, we're back. Mondays. Let's do this. Now who's ready to get started fresh? I know guys, this last week has been quite strange actually, quite difficult. So yeah, I think it's been a difficult market to trade last week. Didn't really get a lot of follow-throughs. But definitely ready to start fresh. Let's see what happens. But I'm just waiting for people to turn up. Hopefully they'll be here soon. It's still Monday, so give them some time. Anyways, welcome guys. Mr. Flop, James, how you doing, mate? Morning. Alright, we're gonna get started with pre-market work quickly. We don't have much time, so let's get to it. Before that, OCGN. OCGN. Let's have a look at that. OCGN, I had put it on the side, just a bit short biased on it, to be honest. I'm waiting for it to pop towards 850s to 9s. That's my zone. If it does pop there, I think it might not, to be honest. So, but definitely short biased on it. See what happens. Morning, Jay. What's up? Morning, brother. What's going on? Good to have you here. And this is the watch list. I've already posted this in Discord, guys. But just quickly on the gappers, we're gonna go through them. On this one, IO, guys, it's already really sort of curling back down. So definitely I'm looking to I'm a bit short biased on it, to be honest. IO don't have good really sort of positive feeling about this breaking the highs. Now if it does start to break, even then I probably will be a bit careful on this, guys. So IO, I might not even trade it because it's under $2. Just a bit careful on those. It's probably gonna go under it. And then we have HX already gone, really sort of filled the gap, to be honest. So not much of a gapper, but this could be in play. The problem with this is 4 million volume. So I really don't like to trade anything under 10 million, 20 million. Ideally 20 million is good for me. So that could create some sort of a lot of manipulation and things like that. Plus 16 million float on it. Right, we'll get to SPY in a minute. CCJ, just a gap is there, but not enough volume on it. As you can see, guys, this one I have been watching, but the problem with this is just the liquidity is a little bit low on the low side. So we have gapped up 2630s, I believe 20s right here. Actually to the highs. Let's say this level here, daily level. This is what we call daily level here, between 22 to 22s to 35s. It's rejecting off of it, as you can see, guys. So I'm kind of a bit short biased on it as well, because I have been waiting for CCJ to do a bit of a bigger move down. So today might be the day. So keep an eye on CCJ. VALN, I really like this. Is high priced stock with a gap up, so could be a bit hectic. I might trade it on the side, but for the stream I'm gonna remove it because it could be a bit difficult to call out. Right, morning. Anyway, so that's the gappers. Most of the gappers I'm not long biased, to be honest, mostly short biased on them. Let's have a look at SPY. SPY, basically what I expect today from SPY is a bit of a kind of like a weekday. It's already gapping down. We're talking 445s, 446s to 444s, so $2 gaps. But I expect it to be a little bit of a, just a little bit of a bounce, maybe towards 445s. But I don't expect too much from SPY, to be honest, because as you can see clearly on the daily, we've got 3 days in a row, gap, and then hold. Eventually that's gonna start to turn a little bit to the gap fill side. So, I think today might be the day if it starts to break that 4 4. It's already broken that, to be honest. 4 4 5 is the one that I was watching. So yeah, it could be interesting. I'm expecting slightly red day on SPY. Not much of a volatility, but slightly red day on it. Hopefully towards the gap fill. If that's the case, then there might be some decent opportunities shorting. Um, but now, having said that, if it starts to creep back up over 4 4 5s, and then starts trading over it, then this could be another, continuation. But just keep an eye that this is not. There's overhead is there for it to continue start breaking above. So we've got 4 4 5s, 4 4 6s. Those two needs to get broken, which is going to be very difficult today, in my opinion. So, but we are going to trade what we see, not what we think. Yes, it's good to have a bias, but we want to make sure that we check what's going on right there and then, and make decision based off of that. So, to answer your questions on SPY, the potential and possibility of SPY gap filling uh, towards was the gap is kind of a bit low. But usually SPY does that. Usually SPY attempts to fill the gap, but if it doesn't do it successfully in the first first half an hour, then chances are it might not do it very soon. So let's see what happens there. That's your SPY. The others, guys, we have talked about these. I think most of us know the drill with these. We have been watching these. Ocgn, a bit short biased. Bbig, again, we've been watching it here. I've been trading it quite successfully over here, and then I just left it alone on these choppy days. Now it's back to getting a bit more attention, so I will give it more attention if it deserves it. So Bbig, I will be trading it on the side, and then DATS as well, guys. I'm a bit short biased on it, already gapping down. I really would like it to pop towards 1060s, 1080s. We'll see when it does that. And AA is an earnings play. The Friday I did not take it, unfortunately, but it was a beautiful day Friday. Now with this one, it could possibly be the second day continuation. But what I've noticed is if an earnings day finishes this strong, the second day can be a bit choppy. So be careful on this. And then WFC looks good on the daily, guys, and once it starts to break this high here, 49s, and then we've got 50s. So daily looks interesting, and yeah, that has quite a bit of momentum. Second day continuation could be due on this, but we want to make sure that it starts to take out the 48 70s. Right, so NRXP short biased, JSPR short biased a little bit. Very difficult to trade, by the way, guys. Leave it alone if you don't know how to trade these kind of stocks. Look at this, lots of manipulations. It's purely based off of level 2 it's gonna be. So I might not even call these trades out. WBA, a short bias, but it's holding up here nicely, 49s. So just need to let it play out. Right, so Monday, I usually wait about 10 minutes, guys. I will try to wait 10 minutes after the open to trade. It could be a bit hectic the first 5-10 minutes. So let's wait it out, guys. Let the trade come to us, and hopefully this week's gonna give us some follow-throughs on our trades. And best of luck. And just remember, guys, make sure you understand your risk before you put on any trade. Right? Before knowing your risk, you shouldn't even be thinking about pulling any triggers. So just remember, that's the only thing you can control, which is risk. Everything else, you just have to manage it as it happens. It could go either way. So best of luck. I will see you guys just after the open. All right. Okay, so initial response of a SPY is a bit weak, so this might be, if it does continue, so that probably the gap fill from Thursday, or is it Friday, might be due, but it's too early to call anyways. Bbig is about to move, is doing some sort of a move, but I really want it to pop and start to show weakness, which means okay, so 840s, 850s will be an area to watch on this. We'll see. Right, popping up nicely though, Bbig, and surprisingly is holding up. It's holding up this pop. Okay. Just yeah, numbers are coming in on the bid side. 840s, that's getting taken out. Interesting. Interesting. So we have got plug is running. DATS. Let's have a look at DATS. Rejecting. Didn't make it to yesterday's lows. I really wanted to go 1070s. Just rejecting off of it. Now DATS is a difficult one to trade, guys. It is heavily manipulated in my opinion. So just be careful trading this. Maybe now is the 1050, 1060 area to watch. See if it does try to attempt to break that. Right. Surprisingly, Bbig is trying to continue. Interesting. And what is our OCGN doing? OCGN is trying to fill the gap up. It's good that it's trying to fill the gap, guys, which means better area to short. Actually, that was a better area on the rejection of this. Might have been a bit, yeah. 845s. OCGN. So the trade on this one was actually on the rejection of 845s, anywhere 835s, 37s would have been ideal with a risk over pre-market highs. But as I said, guys, I'm just gonna wait it out. OCGN has got quite a bit of room, 8, and then we've got 770s. Right, Bbig looks interesting. Bbig. Yeah, so see that rejection is coming from that area here, that high. So we're just waiting on that. Where's everybody else, guys? Silver. Who else are we missing? Jessica. So there you go. Bbig is clearly rejected from 840s, and this probably is the start of a hopefully a bigger down move. So I am looking at Bbig on the side from 20s. Yeah, SPY looks like what it wants to do that, guys. SPY looking to gap fill that from yeah, this is what I'm expecting from SPY. The low of pre-market is about here, and right now we'll see. Now what I want on the SPY is basically I want this to pop, and I want to see how much it pops. If it does start to hold, the pullback isn't as strong at the moment. It's doing what I expected it to, which is not a bigger pullback. So that means it's weak. So that's the initial sign of weakness on SPY. So it'll be interesting to watch something decent on this. Yeah, I think Apple is a better look because yesterday's low is broken and it's hanging around there. But when it comes to price action, SPY is much more cleaner, as you can see. Looks kind of heavy to me. Could be a potential short coming up on this, guys. Yeah, a potential short might be coming up on this. Still a bit early for me. Definitely early. Bbig, by the way, is breaking the highs. So that bounce on Bbig. I'm gonna keep an eye on SPY, guys, for a possible short. Do do do. Ba ba da ba. Okay, now is the main price action to watch. See what it does. If it starts to still trade the way it's trading here, then yeah, definitely short is active. Go. Yep. So I've started it, guys, but I am very tight on it, guys. If it starts to break 44360s, I'll get out because I need it to continue quickly. So around 437s, so that was a bit early. Right here, somewhere there. So I want to see, I expect a little bit of a bigger pullback as well. So I just don't want that to 44360s to break and starts trading above it. So that's what the plan is. My mental stop just over 44360s, and let's see what it does. Dude, okay, that's the better entry there. Was a bit of a chase. That was better entry there. Under 44350 rejection, that was a much better entry. That was a bad entry. Even in hindsight, I mean, before hindsight, it's like it looked not good right here, as you can see, because a little bit of a bigger pullback was due on it. So we'll see. Let's see. Now it's getting bought up again, which is not good. See, the volume is rising up. Wow, Bbig just continues, so it's actually much stronger. 4460s. Let's see if this holds. Is it gonna hold? Nope. See, I'm waiting for this candle to do something here. Take out the highs, maybe. Right, okay. Now clearly, guys, as you can see, the hard stop can definitely come over the high of this. Right, we want that swing action to happen, ideally, for us to get out. Right, so since I started here, because I might add here, guys, I might even add here to give me some positioning here. It's just waiting for it to start showing sign of weakness. At the moment, it's not. Alright, 55s I've added on this. So just gonna make sure that I get out. Okay, that's not good. Alright, I'm out, guys. 44370s. So 44370s or 71s, I think I got out with the little add uh, area here. So this is definitely a bounce from the low of the pre-market, and this probably is it. It might, if it starts to take out the 44411s, then I think this has a slightly up, uptrend coming in. We'll see. Still early to call on SPY though, especially on Mondays, guys. The first 30 minutes on SPY could be a bit hectic. We shall see. Snap. Okay, let's have a look at Snap. Snap looking interesting. Daily is not too keen on the daily though. Just that 200 is holding. Really nice actually, but that SPY going like that, I'm not too happy about the shorts. But 78 is holding nicely. 78.20 is your stop. Really nice actually. That looks interesting. Only if SPY was helping. Yeah, actually that's a good trade there. Might have been a bit late on it though. Just a bit late on it, I think. Dude. Yeah, just got late on it. I would have definitely liked it around 78s. Really nice price action here. It's completely doing opposite of what SPY, so it doesn't care really what the SPY does. But imagine if the SPY starts to just pull back a little bit, this will have a little bit more conviction to the downside. So yeah, good read on that. Really nice. Okay, let's have a look now. Snap, let's have a look. Snap is just that 78 area. A tight risk though, really nice tight risk. You could even keep it like 78.15s if you do decide to take it here. I am trying. Just waiting on this pop. See what this pop does. Just a bit. Also, okay, so that's holding up really nicely. 77.82s. Right. Guys, I am gonna start 77.84s. Even better. 84s, 77.84s, short snap, 77.84s. So there you go, and I think this has good potential towards 77.30s. We'll see. And the stop is 78.10s, 15s in between that area, guys. Let's go snap. Come on, snap down. Wow, SPY is really strong, guys. Surprisingly for Mondays, really strong. Okay, there we go. Snap is breaking the lows. That's confirmation. And then 78 break. Now your stop 78 break would be really good. As you can see, I have that daily level from for this snap that held really nicely. So just need a bit of a SPY's help, which is not helping at all. But remember this one, guys, 77.40s, this area here could be a bit of a like a speed bump basically. So partial is due on it, maybe around this area. Let's see what it does. Turns from 42s. 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 39s. Okay, that's looking good. All right, come on. 34s. Come on, break, break. 40s. Get ready to take some out. Anybody know how to center this to show it always in the center, like the price? Anybody know? Later maybe when it's quiet a little bit. Right guys, getting ready for taking some out. 71, 30s, 32s. It's not giving me anything. So as you can see clearly, guys, this area is holding, right? So that's why I meant taking a bit of a partial out there. Now that's why your entry is quite important. So if you trade, you want to have your entries as close to the level as possible. In this case, on this pop, I couldn't enter short close to 78. If I had, there would be enough for me to take partial out. But because it was a little bit of a chase, just could not. Is waiting for that. I tried over here 77.35s, couldn't get it, couldn't get it. So now Silver, what's up? Well, I was asking about you, man. I thought because of last week you just completely gave up. uh, Hope you had a good weekend, man. But do you have to always press that, Andrew? Do you have to always like hit it to get it to center? Is it not something automatic that keeps the price in the middle when it starts to move? Well, look at SPY, guys. This has a this is not. I feel like there's a bigger retracement or kind of even reversal is due, unless this is just news based. Was there some sort of a report today? As in 9:25, there might have been actually, but that's not a major news, is it? 76, so it's not even, yeah. Okay, no problem. So snap is back, snapped up back to my entry, which is around 77.84s, I believe. And on the break of that 78, I'll be out on it. I just want to make sure that it breaks properly. See, this level turned out to be quite strong on a daily. Yeah, it was a quite strong level there. So if it does take me out, that would have been yeah, it's gonna take me out, isn't it? Let's see. So, oh wow, SPY is just, what's happening to SPY, guys? Right, okay, so SPY at 44550s. See what that level here. Not much of a level there. Yeah, it does automatically, periodically does it, but it's sometimes what it does is it just stays there, and then you see here, it doesn't recenter like immediately. Alright guys, I'm gonna quickly get out of this if it starts to break that 78, because what's happening is this reversal sign It's not very reversal confirmed yet, but that was my risk based off 78s. You know, it's a very, very tiny risk. I just need to make sure that it closes above 78s. The only issue with this one is, uh, oh, sorry, is it broken? I might put in some another one, guys. If you can post in the code, if you can. I might have put the thing is with spy. I'm expecting a 4-5 right here, actually a reversal or a sort of a retracement at least. Now, if it does start to do that, it's good for our snapshot. So that's why I'm giving it a shot. Otherwise, you know, I don't like that bounce. So let's wait on it now, especially if the spy starts to actually do a bit of a pullback. Then yeah, we can take this out. Without the pullback on the spy, I think it'll be difficult to take this out. So the pullback is due on spy, which is coming right now. There you go. That's what I was talking about, guys. Yep. Right, let's look at the snap. Let's see if it's responding. Not much. It's a bit delayed on the response to spy. Oh, we'll see. Right, I might even. It's just I feel like adding, but I'm worried about this area here. Okay, so let's copy that and see if it does work. Can you Neptune? Can you try that, please? I think that should work. Ooh, okay, snap. Giving it some time is that's what you know. If it does take this out, then it might give us a nice decent trade. There it goes, guys. Snap attacking that level again. So getting ready to take some out if I get a good price. Around 40s, guys, 40s. I got some 40s, which is fine. I want it more than that. Somewhere here, guys. Right at the lows, actually. Let's put it as, which color was I putting it? I don't know. So I'm waiting for this to break, guys. I haven't taken much of it out, but you know, once this breaks, another wash would be ideal. Now, if it does get back to 77s, great. That'll be a good trade. Actually, that'll be a really decent trade if it does go to 77. So we're looking forward to that. So if you haven't taken anything up partials, guys, that's clearly holding up at the moment. But it seems like it wants to break it. Let's see. 77.35 needs to break. Let's go. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. Now usually what happens is if I had taken my partial here, this would have carried on. Yeah, because I took it here, that's what happens. So it's waiting for me to take my partials. So very tight risk, as you can see. We've got really nice area here. Right, OCGN. What's our OCGN doing? Let's have a look at OCGN. Yeah, as you can see, that was the high. This here, this rejection, guys. It actually, I wasn't paying attention, but this rejection came back again. And Yeah, do yeah, do take your collection. You know, with Spy, it would have been great if sorry, Snap would have been great if we had that support from Spy. Now it's attacking that 445 50 area again. Let's see if it does hold. Seems like strong, to be honest, because this pullback is really minimal, and it looks strong to me, in my opinion. There it goes. You see, it's breaking that, and that 44550 should get taken out. Now, what is next for Spy? That's the question. 446 is next. Keep an eye on that level, guys. 446 area here, and that might be the reversal point on Spy here. So awesome stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing about Snap. Otherwise, intraday wise, when I looked at it right here, it looked really nice. It still does. It still does. Our trade is doing okay. I'm not too worried about it now. Um, the worst case scenario is going to take me out over the break of 78s, which I'm okay with. Yes, sir. We'll see. Okay, we have got bloody. Let me just, because I'm not gonna call this trade out, but yep, that's about 15 cents was the spread on it. Quite a bit actually. Yeah, yeah, quite spready, but I see a short here, guys. But it's up to you. There it goes. Wow, DATS. DATS is exactly doing what it does for the last 2 days. You know, it just stays around, hangs around, chops around, and then all of a sudden you get these uh, these washes. Uh, You know, I think what it did last Friday as well. I mean, this Friday, sorry. Have a look at that. You know, it hangs around, chops around, washes, and then pops back up, and then it starts to make smoke. Now it doesn't continue. That's the thing. It doesn't continue, and then reclaims. You know, I'm still worried about that. But the today's daily looks much better than Friday's daily, for sure. So under tens, but it's heavily, as you can see. Look at that volume, guys. Look at that volume. I think, you know, I don't know whether this is like algo trading or whatever. It's just any drop on this gets really bought up big time. So it'll be interesting to see if that 10 holds. If that holds, then it could be a nice short. So we'll see. Okay, guys. So Spy seems to be doing a little bit of a pause action here. Could still be early. Guys, I will be trading the ATS on the side. I'm not gonna call it because it's too hectic. I can't. Just don't want you to get trapped in it. Ideally for the just to be aware, ideally for the short side. I'm not looking to long this thing at all. Doesn't matter what it does. So trading the ATS on the side. And what else do we have? Bbig, guys. Bbig held. I mean, surprisingly. Oh, wow. Okay. Bbig, chill for a second. 60s. Interestingly strong. Bbig, I am reconsidering my thought process on this, guys. I don't mind changing my bias. Right now it looks strong, but no entry for me yet. No entry. Could be later. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, so SPY is breaking that area here for 550s. Yep, it's breaking that, so that is gonna bring in a little bit more of bounce on the snap itself. Okay, that's not bad. Come on, SPY. You gotta do a bit of more pullback. At least we're looking at 44470s. If we can get that, that'd be great. Thank you. By the way, I am looking at this bad boy. On this one, I think this is mostly pump LMFA, but keep an eye on it just in case if it starts to reject from levels of like 5s and stuff like that. Could be a bit dangerous though, because this is still the front side. So I think if Jay is watching, Jay, watch LMFA for your style of trading. So let's see if it starts to hold here. Sorry guys, I had to be a bit quick on that. Again, I'm gonna trade this on the side, then I didn't call it out, so that's fine. The only one that we are in is Snap. Yeah, be big on that pullback, yes. I feel like I want to add here, guys, on this 77.44 Snap. I'm trying to add Snap. Yep. I got around 40s. We'll see. Somewhere here, guys. Just a bit of a chase. I wanted to add it here, but that's fine. I just added a little bit, not a lot. The one that I took, I added back in here. So because my risk is getting tighter and tighter, I can afford to do that. It just looks decent for me to. It looks heavy. It wants to break the level here. And once it breaks it, then yeah, it'll be decent. Yeah, or yeah, you're right. 860s. Yep, that's the one. Come on, Snap. You want to break that 7730s? Now on Snap, to be honest, I don't expect too much. I might take everything off. Well, almost everything around 7705s. If it gets there. Yeah, so on Bbig, if anybody took this, for me, what I'm trading this as is, I need to make sure that it actually closes below 860s. That's when I'm gonna get out. But it depends on how you took it, what your risk level is. But it's looking okay, in my opinion. It's looking good. And snap is curling back up. That's not good on snap. Okay, guys, I might unload some here. Just waiting on this. Now, if it starts to break this 7770s, starts to trade over it, I might unload. In fact, I might even exit early. Just gonna make sure that it stays below this area here. What I want this to do is stay the hell below this area. That's what I want. Alright, Bbig is closing below that 58.58. The volume isn't coming in though, that's the problem. Like, for me to get out, it's not really doing enough for me to get out on this, to be honest, because as you can see, guys, on this move up, that's the volume we got, right? And then on this, we're getting this. So clearly, I think this might be a pullback instead of a reversal. So just being patient a little bit on it. That's all. You know, my entry was really good on it, so I can afford to even like put it a little bit lower. But you know, now it could be on the break of 853s. So really tight risk. Even now. Bbig. Bbig. Right. This is why I took off AMC. Like, you know, how are you gonna how are you gonna trade that? Like, I mean, it's an ugly chart. Yeah, AMC used to be a beautiful chart to look at, but now it's just playing with people. That's why you need to know which stock to trade and stick with it. So that's doing well. Nicely done. Just need that low to break. Beautiful. Good. So I know I didn't call it, guys, but as I said on the earlier, on the break of this wick, I will get out. Ideally 853s, maybe somewhere there. 853s. Snap, don't curl back up. So it's holding up nicely. Might even actually add on Bbig here. Right there. So yeah, right there. Planning to add. In this case, if you want to add, you want to wait for it to break 865s, I believe. 865s. Okay, I am about to get out of this. 853s. It's still early. I think for me, you know, I'm just a bit tight on it, but I think it's early. This usually when it does break and then holds around this area here, it will go on and off of this level, which is our zone here. So this level is the one that it needs to get out of. So I think yeah, that's what I'm watching on that. And also snap is curling back up, which is not good. I don't like that, so I might exit it early, guys. I will probably try it later if it does give us something, but snap, I am trying to take an early exit on it. Yeah, however, so Bbig is the continuation coming up on this one? That's the question. I think it looks like it. So the ad was nice, and yeah, looks interesting, guys. Now definitely your hard stop can be put under 853, probably 852s, because it's already given us that swing that we wanted, right? Now this you know, if my thesis is correct, this should carry on trying to take that 870s, 875s, and hopefully be successful at it. Yeah, I didn't call it out, Silver. Just managing it on the side. I did mention it earlier, but it was over here somewhere. But you know, if somebody was, you know, like right now, that rejection is not good. That's a reversal, right? That's a reversal. 852 gets hit, I will be out. And then snap, I'm about to get out. Yeah, okay, I'm out on this, but I didn't call it out, so I didn't mark it. Snap, I will get out right here, guys. 77s. Could be early, but I want to get out, guys. 77, 60s, around here. Around 60s, guys, here. Could be 62s. I'll have to check. So this one, the last batch, just about a slight green, maybe even a break even. I got away with the snap with just a partial, which is fine. Still green is green. NRXP is, by the way, moving. NRXP from our last week runner. But no volume. So this is getting pushed up from the 10 hold, actually. 10 held nicely. Let's have a look. LMFA is looking like it's rejection from 490s. Okay, Apple's moving. Is it? Where's our Aapl at? Ooh, Aapl is breaking the highs. So yeah, so it's a good thing that you gotta realize something, guys. When you have a thesis, yeah, when you have a thesis and you have got your levels and it's not doing what it's supposed to do, then get the heck out of there, because it's not there, right? In this case, I'll give you an example. I know I didn't call it out, but I was long on it here with a very tight risk, and then I added, I think here 860s, 61s around here, still with a really tight risk. Now, as it started to bounce, that's when I expected it to follow through. Now that bounce was just a little kind of like one of those dead cat bounces before the reversals. As soon as I saw that red coming in, I stuck with my stop that was below 853, and I got out here. Which is just clearly telling me that your thesis is not there. It's just not, it's completely opposite of what your thesis is supposed to react to. So you could always exit early. Sometimes I would exit early. For example, snap. If you see what I mean here, like what I expected this ad to continue, take that out. At least this level needed to take out, and it didn't. But it hung around there. But what I'm seeing right now is not a price action that I was expecting, which is to just break above the opening range and then start trading above it. Now I know it still is early. My original stop would have been here, guys, by the way, break of 78, but I can't just watch it happen. If my thesis is not having a follow through, or it's not doing what I expected it to do, after a while, especially if the volume comes in. When I exited, I saw this volume, I think, and also again volume is coming in, so just a bit, you got to be a little bit quick on these exits as well. That's why my mental stop and my hard stop plays out average the same, because a lot of people think, well, what if you have a mental stop over 78s? And I think Apple is difficult for a long. I'm gonna talk about this later, guys. Just leave it alone, because SPY is doing that action that I expected it to do. Now that's a proper reversal coming in on it now. Yeah, so be careful longing Apple. Yeah, right here, although it looks decent, but yeah, just be careful. Also, it's actually on a daily level. Yeah, daily 14480s. This level here, that level. I think today is Monday, typical Monday day, guys. I think things are slow. My opinion, DATS is just really nice. On what? Which one? Bbig short? NRXP, the problem with NRXP is it looks nice long, nice for a long, but it's just the volume. I feel like this is just one of those manipulated stocks. 481s. Gotcha. LMFA is be careful with it. This is again one of those like NRXP. Sorry, which one was it? Yeah, so LMFA. So what am I looking at? LMFA. Yeah, this is just a heavily manipulated stock. I think this will get a lot of short sellers in trouble, especially right now. It's getting a lot of short sellers in trouble. So, yeah, this will be interesting to watch. Squeeze is definitely happening on it because people started to short here. and they started getting out at the break of 5. So interesting. Right. Right, Bbig, I am planning to short, guys. Bbig shorting 842s. 842s short. So short Bbig 842s. Right there, a break of 850, I'll be out. Very tight risk. Very, very tight risk. Now, when I got out of Snap, that's when SPY decided to curl back down a little bit. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Let's see what it does here. Bbig looks good, guys. There you go. There you go. That looks good. Well, even before this, it looked good to me. So let's see if it 830 starts to hold. This area might be a problem. NRXP looks really decent for a long, guys, but just might have been a bit late on it. So that's when Snap decides to move. This is the real move coming into Snap. Crazy. If it wasn't this illiquid, that here was a really nice trade there. But it's just that illiquidity is getting me. So I'm not trading this. Okay. Oh snap, exactly. Are you still in it? I guess I have paper hands in this case. Alright guys, keep an eye on Bbig. I might exit 851, 852. There you go. I'm out 851 because I saw right on 850 big numbers got taken out here. So just a little bit stronger than I expected. That might not have been the reversal, but we'll see. So I am definitely out 851. In this case, I took it out early because I saw quite a bit numbers here, 850, and they got taken out like nothing. So that's just a sign that yeah, this might have a continuation bounce. So if anything, it might be long. Yeah, a Snap definitely has a chance to go to 7 now. There you go. There it goes. There it goes. You bastard. So Snap You should have taken out here on this watch 77s, even under 77. Actually, you might have gotten here somewhere, but really, really nice wash. And yeah, just let it do its thing. 76 is next, but I think on this one you should have taken most of it out. So solid. Hopefully you've taken most of it out here. It looks quite weak though. It looks quite weak right now. It's trading under 77s. As long as that 77 doesn't reclaim, you are good on it. Really good actually. Alright, so 851 is held on Bbig. 853, sorry, 853 held. I might try it again, guys, because 847s. Trying short Bbig, 846, 846. One more time, why not? One more time. This could have been one of those that takes me out. 846. So stop is going to be break of 853s. Tight stop. Tight stop. So that might have been a bit early, but now let's see if this is the main move. LMFA is doing that squeeze thing, guys. LMFA is doing the squeeze thing. That 5 is holding, and just looks trouble for short sellers at the moment. But rejection is coming in 520s, and that volume is rising as well. So that might be the rejection that is due on it. Yeah, I think if this starts to take out highs and highs, this has really, really high potential of a you see this squeeze, and it's done that in the past. It's a squeezer, so you can see that clearly here. But also just remember, when it's gonna wash, it's gonna wash. That's all I'm gonna say. So be on your toes on this one if you're long on it. There goes what's the name? Snap goes without me. Thank you very much, Snap. There you go. 76 is achievable now. Very nice. Only Solid managed to keep this thing over this box. It didn't break that, but I just didn't like it at that point. I was just chickened out on this volume. Yeah, just yeah, FOMO. I need to work on my FOMO. So this is a really great way to actually practice my handling the FOMO itself. Very nice. Interesting. Where is that? LMFA. Yeah, snap really decent move down. That's really all you need from snap. Uh, like one trade and that's it. You don't need to trade much because normally what happens is a lot of traders who actually trade really successfully is they just watch one stock and they just watch it all day and once they hit that really decent runner, which this is, we're talking from 78s, guys, right? And you know that's like 76 now. Yeah, I would have most of it definitely because that's your daily level and 76 area. Most of it, yeah, I would have. If I were to leave a runner, it would only be 10%. Only be 10% with the stop 77 12s, 15s. That's pretty much it. But if you're not trading a lot of shares, obviously it's better to take everything off instead of waiting for it to bounce. Well done, awesome stuff, solid. So did we pay off? did did we? No, just gotta grind through it, guys. It's good that you have to you have to accept the fact that trading will come with up and down, and that's the good thing about it. You know, once you once you get over the bad days or down days, and when you come out, it's when you come out like positive. That's what it's all about. That's the feeling you probably won't get anywhere else. But don't let like yeah. The problem with trading is a bad trade can turn you into a bad trader. A single bad trade can turn you into a consistently bad trader. And also a single good trade can turn you into a consistently bad trader. So so you're never winning when it comes to psychology, right? You're never winning, but you're always fighting. You're always fighting to make your mental game much more tougher for you to get beaten. That just means what I do normally is if I had missed something or if I had exited early, I'll just watch it. Um, you know, before it was kind of hard for me to watch this thing. It would have been really extremely painful actually to watch this thing. But now I can actually afford to watch it and be okay with it because constantly I kept on doing it, and I just got like I think what is it called, like muscle it's like I don't know what's I forgot the name, guys. I'm not great with these words. It's like when you train your brain. Um, it's like when you go to the gym and you lift weights and you've got your hand, I guess, hardened. What is it called? Something about. Anyways, I'll remember it. Not really muscle memory. It's more of a. You know, you've got your fingers. Yes, callus. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's what you want to build up. Mental calluses. And how you're gonna build up? You're gonna have to go through. Yes, exactly. Calcified. That's what you want to have. That's what you want to have on your psychology part of the trading. So yeah, that's why I keep on really AKA diamond hands. Exactly. Why am I struggling? There we go. Bbig, guys, nicely done. Finally, ready to take some out. I think Bbig has a quite a good potential, guys. Um, so I'm gonna be a little bit careful on taking the washes. So just waiting on a better price. Yeah, let's just call it diamond hands, guys. Too hard to explain. You gotta have diamond hands, but for your brain. All right, I've got an alert setting up for AMC. Let's see what it does. Okay, that's probably why. So as you can see, guys, daily it's taking out the daily level here. Not yet, in my opinion. 4180. This is the level. So it'll be interesting watch, but with AMC, guys, just be careful. If it starts to trend nicely, there might be a long, because as you can see, guys, daily looks interesting, especially if it starts to hold over this area here. So keep an eye on AMC as well. Today, um, as long as it's still holding over 42, 4180s, I will keep an eye on it, and for a possible long. Bbig is looking good. Bbig, I might add here, guys. 828s. I'm looking to add on Bbig. Just waiting on the rejection. Not yet, not yet. It might be around 833s. We'll see. Eight thirties, guys. 830s. I've added on Bbig. So around 830s. Right there. And then my stop will eventually go down 846s, just over the break of 840s. But I think it's still early. Could keep it over 850. But that's the ad, and you know, daily on Bbig is good. Now once it starts to go from green to red, that's when it's gonna look very interesting. So hopefully that's gonna happen. It's attacking that yesterday's close. Let's see if it takes it out now. If it does, we are good to go. Solid, don't look at Snap. If you've taken everything off, don't look at it. Just leave it alone. Crazy, huh? Damn, yeah. Yeah, I would have probably done that, yeah. That's a decent trade there. Beautiful. This is looking decent. I wanted to stay here for a while and then take out the lows. That'll be really good. Thank you very much. OCGN. Yeah, but you know, you gotta remember, Snap is not gonna do that all the time, is it? What's the probabilities of doing that every trade? Probably less than 5%. So you gotta look at the probabilities. Looking good, Bbig. I'm happy with that. And OCGN I was looking at. Okay, so finally it decides to take out the high and going for that gap fill. So I think gap fill was due on it, OCGN. So now it's trying to go for that. Let's see if it does do that. And still, I feel like on OCGN, I'm short biased. I'm waiting for the right moment on it. Let it squeeze towards 9. Let it. That's what I'm actually waiting for. Yeah, exactly. Solid. Snap just does that. But today, the good thing about Snap was something was. I think there might be some news behind it, but quite clearly the price action also tells you. Now, forget about what happened here, but when the entry happened, right here, um, you know what that, I mean, I don't need to mention solid, you know everything about this whole thing. But what I mean is, like, when it was doing this and spy was doing that, let me show you. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Not even a single hiccup to snaps move down. So this was staying down, 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 down. Not this was the last try it did towards that 78 and failed off of it. Actually, in my opinion, might have been a better entry in hindsight, but our entry was definitely good, in my opinion. Uh, but just kept going down, kept staying down, basically trending down. As SPY's move didn't affect it at all. That's what was a bit promising on this trade. So there you go. What isn't that a good news? Update key events. Key event constant price target raise. Price target raise. I know this is the thing, guys. You can't really tell about these. There might be something else. What? So they're raising the price target on Snap and it's just dropping like that. So this clearly tells you guys this is perfect example. Like never never be too biased. Like, you know, imagine people, like, if this came a bit early. Yeah, it did actually 924. So price target was raised here. So these guys, Credit Suisse, like, messed up all the longers here. Like everybody who actually chased the stock long, they actually sold it to them. This is typical. This shouldn't be allowed, man. Look at this. This should be like, I don't know. There might be something else, but quite clearly, if this is the case, then that's just clear manipulation and just using media or whatever news to your advantage. You sold everything. Unbelievable. Wow. So these guys, Credit Suisse and whoever else has raised the price target on it, they've done really well on it. Don't think that they've lost on it. They have actually done whatever they wanted to, which is to initially raise the price and sold. Freaking hell, man, that's crazy. Anyways, in our XP, somebody mentioned. Let's have a look. Oh, bad volume. No, don't touch it. It is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful price action, but liquidity is not there. I'm not touching it. Doesn't matter if it goes to 100. It's not my setup. And I was mentioning AMC putting back to watch, but it never gave us the chance. Remember AMC from a few weeks ago? Yeah, this never came back. I was expecting this to actually, you know what? Yeah, maybe a bit here, but yeah, it's just yeah, didn't give us a chance. Too late now. Too late. Now, having said that, later on, if it starts to pull back slowly, if it's a healthy pullback towards 42, could be some opportunity there, but later down the line, guys. What's our Bbig doing? Is it doing something big or small? Not really. Oh, okay, that was an add point there. Should have added there. That's fine. Silver, do you know what I mean by an RXP not don't touch it? Hope you understand, right? No. Okay. Oh lol. Okay, that's fine. You understand then. You should understand. Come on, Silver. Okay. Well. So this one. You see the gaps in between the candles? You see the gaps? That's the clear sign of illiquidity, right? And you see these dojis every now and then, dojis everywhere. That's a sign of illiquidity. Now, when you trade something like this, it can be um, easily manipulated, right? Especially when it's there's a low float, 53 million. It's not huge, but you will get chopped out on it quite a few times. And when you do lose on it, it's going to be the worst price, because once it washes, it's going to be the gaps is going to happen in the prices, because there's not enough trading going on between the prices. You see what I mean? Like gaps between the prices. Now, compared to this, if you look at other other products, even though this is choppy, but you don't see a gap in anywhere. You can zoom in, no gap, right? No gaps. You see, closes, opens straight away. Closes, opens straight at that price. Closes, opens. Closes, opens, opens. I can give you examples all day long, but that's what you want to trade. Yeah, so as soon as I look at NRXP, vomit. And just knowing that can get you in in a better place than most people out there, because a lot of people are trading this thinking this is no worries, buddy, anytime. Okay, OCGN, still a bit short biased. I wanted to get close to 866s. Yeah, 866, we'll see. We'll see. Is it moving? Alternative energy, the sector is moving, is it? This was beaten down, wasn't it? Yeah, it was beaten down. This was a big thing, guys, earlier on. I think I was trading it here. Did really well, actually, trading this. But I think people remember this and they're still waiting for that to happen, which is gonna take a while for it to happen. But yeah, today is bringing in more volume, done quite a bit of move. 9 is the level to watch for sure. Yeah, keep an eye. But remember, this is one of those that looks like a first day runner. So be careful with it. Right, Bbig, I'm out, guys. Bbig, I'm out. Break of that VWAP, not good. Just chopping me around, guys, this thing. Yeah, here. So basically on the first entry, close to first entry, and then the add point loser, basically. So what is it, 30, 45, so 15 cents loser on that. And the first one was I believe it was here. Yep. 52, yeah, 10 cents. 10 cents loser. So on this one, if I count the main one as well, where is the long one? Long one here. Yeah. So my main losers are on Bbig, to be honest. The rest are just small. SPY had a very decent small loser on it. 3 days. Yeah, for SPY 40 and that 30 cents. 30 cents. But have a look at this, guys. When I when I exit early, it's it saves me from a lot of potential risk as well. Now, on this one, you know, y- ideally, VWAP might have been the area to stop out, or maybe 444, because SPY tends to do that. But because I saw this, see that the volume coming in, and this volume was rising a little bit as well, so I exited early instead of waiting it for take me out here or whatever. So sometimes it does save me having to exit early, but also sometimes it can be one of these. One of these, right? LMFA. Yeah, it's not strong anymore. It's not really continuing. That's the thing. I was expecting, that five breaks and people will be in trouble on this, especially short sellers. But I don't think it looks like that. Usually, it looks something like this when people are in trouble. Let me show you. Right, something like this. Boom, carries on. Boom, carries on, and this should take out. So it's very fast movements. But LMFA is, you can say, is priming. Is priming for the next move up. I really don't want to take this long. If anything, I might look to short it later on. I don't know. That's just me, guys. I'm expecting a bit of a bigger wash on this soon. But now, if you have taken it early here somewhere on the breakup or here, and you're well, in your green, then yeah, you can trail your stop. Give it room. Give it some decent room, so that you don't get wicked out of it. AMC. AMC is honestly, it's like I expect a bit of a bigger pullback now. So I'm watching that 42 level, between 42 and 4180 level, that area. Right now it's just a bit too quick in my opinion. This could take out the highs, but for me it will look like I'm chasing the stock. Um, I think what AMC might create is one of these. Uh, let's have a look. Expansion setting. How can I expand this to maybe 100? 100? Yeah. Okay, that's better. So on this one, what I'm thinking is either this, something like that, or I'm expecting this from it. Yeah, so that reversal. So, you know, kind of like a difficult head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, something like that. So there's two possibilities. One could be a bigger pullback, or even a reversal towards 4180s. The other one, which is I think likely to do, is kind of like a, yeah. So something like that, right? So that's more likely if it is true with this potential of momentum towards upside. So keep an eye on that for that reason. Right, guys. I'm just gonna mention it. I'm not taking it because it's been messing me out. But I think potential long is due on Bbig. I'm just watching the volume here. Right here, actually. You see that 295 level, 850, 850. That area. Look how it's gonna get taken out if it's strong. Let's see. And they lifted anyways. I think a 850 they lifted. No, they didn't actually. Not yet. See, okay. Let's see if that gets taken out. 850. Now 851. Okay. All right. Eight 52s. Okay. All right. There you go. There you go. You see that? You see that? Right? That's your level 2. Uh, Something really important to pay attention, especially on levels, strong levels. Right? You know, they tried to hold it 853s, 54s. It just couldn't hold it. So yeah, that volume came in as well. It'll be interesting. And also at the moment it looks like a stop run. I saw a lot of 853s, 54s, 55s getting taken out. So that's clearly a stop run if this finishes like that. If this finishes under 851s. But at the moment it looks like 850 wants to hold. Let's see if it holds. 851s, 52s. Wow, AMC just trying his luck over that now. Right now, I don't see anything else, guys. Unless you see something. Ocgn I'm keeping an eye on. For showing strength though, that's the thing. 880s, this is the area I was interested. 880 and 9, between 880 and 9. Okay, so right. Okay, so on Bbig that seems like it was a stop run. So liquidity hunt is going on Bbig. Leave it alone. Ocgn is still waiting on Ocgn. See what it does around. Any sign of weakness on Ocgn close to 9s, I'll start small on it. I might trade it on the side, guys, because the way I want to trade it is completely different. There's going to be multiple ads on it. So not a good thing to be calling out. But the idea is I'm expecting this to be exhausting around 9s, close to 9s. And then that's when I'm gonna take advantage of. Slowly, slowly. That's the secret here. Wow, snap. Wow. Okay. What's our snap doing? Spy. Wow, I haven't seen Snap do this for a while now. Especially very continuous washdown. Sorry guys, a Wi-Fi came. So, okay, I am trying to Ocgn. Okay, we'll see. By the way, I know it's a bit choppy. Uh, it wasn't very clear though. That's the thing. Any second day play AA. Yesterday's close. Break stat. Just a bit choppy though. Would have chopped you around. Might be a good idea that it might have been a good idea not to trade it. But bloody AMC, man. So it barely did what I was expecting, like a bigger wedge pattern, but it's nevertheless very tiny wedge pattern though. Crazy. Ocgn. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Alright, Spy is about to break the congestion here, guys. This was gearing up, so it's kind of breaking that. Remember that 446 level? This level here, I created here, so this was creating massive zone here. Now is finally getting that power behind it to take that out. We'll see. The volume is coming in though, so should be able to do it. Checks. Yeah, but that's a different way of shorting it. It's not very how do I explain it? It's not very technical. It's more of a discretionary tape slash front side slash back side add kind of move. But no, I'm not gonna call that because it's a bit complicated. So yeah, I am trading it on the side, but with a different sort of risk management. I don't want to call it out because I think it will get you in trouble. So leave it alone if you don't know what you're doing. But there comes LMFA. This is what I mean by a bigger wash expected. I think this is not even a bigger wash. I expect a bit more now, because that seems like a backside of the move. That rejection of the 5 could not hold, and it starts to drift down. If it starts to break 480s, I think 48 right now here, then a VWAP is easily achievable. But I think even VWAP is not going to hold this if it starts to wash properly. So Andrew, you were mentioning it yourself. What's happened? That's why I looked at it, because you mentioned it. This is yesterday's high level. SPY seems to be quite strong. Tried to fill the gap to the downside for Thursday. It couldn't. So it just started to reverse and start to fill the gap from Friday, which it did completely. Yeah, it was, over here, I was kind of, I was looking at it and it's curling back up. The more it's getting traded around that 446 area, curling back slowly, congested, very tight range, very tight, and still not, attacking the 446, but not getting away from it, not rejecting badly. So that was kind of like a clue where it starts to curl back up and starts to bring in volume right here. You see this price action here? That 20 EMA is holding nicely. That's your clue. And you see this rising volume? Rising volume. As it starts to attack it, and on the way down, it's always like rising down. You see what I mean? So that's pretty much your clue, especially if you're looking at a strong level to break. Like for example on AMC, let's have a look at this level here, this level that it was coming from for the 44257s. So it rejected from it, did reject a bit nicely, came back down, rejected, came back up, so started to trade very close to it. Didn't give enough time, but that's the idea basically. If the rejection is not as far as you thought it was going to be, then yeah, that's usually the sign that it's crunching up to get ready to break out. This was a better sign actually on SPY, much better, because if you look at the other time frames as well, people will be looking at these. You see these inside bars, inside bars, inside bars over and over again. That's usually the sign. Hey Jessica, how's it going? Dropping in. Thanks for dropping in. We were talking about it like, oh, okay, Unknown is here as well. All right, everybody's back. Josh is what? You guys are trading together now? All of you, Unknown, Jessica, and Josh? You guys all turned up same time. What's going on? Oh shit! Did you, Josh? You were so quiet. You usually are very active. That's why I thought you weren't here. Sorry, sorry. I'm sure you did. Yes, I think so. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry about that. What's going on, Unknown? I'm gonna call you Unknown because you didn't give me your name. I asked you so many times, so you didn't. So from now on, it's Unknown. Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Yeah, just it's better to not trade, Josh. Hope you get well soon. Just be careful trading. That's good. Longs are a different animal, isn't it, Solid? Longs are a different animal completely. I think, in my opinion, me, if I was to take long on it, I probably wouldn't anymore on SPY. OCGN, yeah, OCGN is doing nicely, which is good. As really, really good, following my theses basically. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I was expecting. Gap fill and a bit of a level hold and rejection from it, and then hopefully this is the start of the down move, at least towards. I expect, actually, to be honest, more than VWAP on this. I expect like eights, so we'll see. I am trading it on the side. I did mention uh, where I was mentioning it was here somewhere. So yeah, no, unfortunately, I haven't been shorting, Jessica. That's probably why it's up. I think for your sake, I shouldn't be shorting it, right? That makes sense. I left it alone, and it's creating nice little move up. But hopefully, I'm gonna get into it once it really starts to unwind, not before it. Because I was looking at this today. I did have it off my watch list because this is what you get from AMC. But because I had this alert set up around this level, when it attacked that level, clearly, quite clearly, that was a big level, and it took it out with huge volume and never looked back. It did on around 42 break, but barely, like a very micro pullback, and then just never looked back. So, in my opinion, daily is quite strong. And I was looking before, even before this day, on this day bounce here, somewhere here. I was thinking, well, this is due for a maybe bigger bounce. We're talking 47s, 45s. So it might come today or tomorrow or this week. We'll see. But you know me, if it starts to unwind, unfortunately, I'll have to take those shorts, right? Nah, what, NHMPD? You're pulling our legs, aren't you, Andrew? Right? Wow, plug. Okay, well, I don't have it on the watch list, but I just saw it on the corner of my eyes. Plug. Too close to VWAP, that's the problem. Okay, let's check something here. Okay, see, we have got PF high, and then we have high. Okay. Nope. So 18, 18, 18, 20. So this is what we're getting at. Ooh, IO. I think on Snap there might be some potential long opportunity, but that's kind of like a reversal uh, later, maybe in the quiet times in the afternoon. I think. I think. So yeah, just a bit dangerous to trade though. But so plug I was looking at earlier. I was looking at it here, but because it was too close to VWAP, I just left it, and then it popped towards the EMA, and then that's your Jessica. If you're there, that's your setup there towards the VWAP. That's your exit. I think this might have more than just VWAP. I think. Not really. The only thing I changed is the instead of level 2 I put the matrix. Pretty much the same thing. These these levels you see on the right is the offers, and then this one is the bids. I think it's much more visual, better to look at, because usually the offers are the higher prices and the bids are the lower prices, aren't they? So you're seeing it in a more visual way. So it's kind of easier on the eyes, I think, and also for the stream. So if I were to explain, like earlier I mentioned about a stock that was actually trading around some level and there were some numbers there, it was easy for me to say, well, look at the offers, 43 or 300, whatever, and then it got taken out, things like that. So it's, I think I feel like it's easier and looks neat. Yeah, yeah, as you said, absolutely. So as you can see, it's almost your trade was under. In this case, it was just close to as EMA possible. So 30 to 40 is probably, and then 20 is your very tight risk though. Yeah, this is much more easier on the eyes. I really didn't like that. Now I can relate to level 2 with you guys when I'm looking at mine, right? Solid, you're in spy still? No, usually it's VWAP is the target. You don't need to know really. Nobody knows. It's just you have to align the daily with everything else. How strong this move is, and does it have more room? You know, if the VWAP is around a level at the moment, doesn't seem like it. More bigger level is 32 here for me. So something like that, you know. Oh, okay, that's fine. I think yeah. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things, you know. Uh, you're trading mostly shorts. That's why one reason, and the second reason is I think you know quite clearly at this point. Actually, you were taking here, but if it was here, I would have agreed with the setup. But I think over here, in my opinion, it was extended. I That's why I wouldn't have taken it. Just remember, for me, if I do take a trade, the potential of this giving me 5R, at least 5R potential. It doesn't have to give me. The potential should be there. From this move to long it, I didn't see that potential. That's why I left it alone. So every single trade of mine has to tick that box, right? Uh, to be honest, I think it's delete to missed it. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, you missed it. You know that one. Is now if it does come back now, there's no trade because this is just like a pullback or a bigger pullback and then taking out the. So yeah, you know where the entry was clearly, right? Yeah, and it's also come from the Uzi uh, Uzi scanner, by the way, solid. So your risk based off of 43s. On which one? Sorry, Oasis on AMC. Or which one are we talking about? Yeah, AMC would have been here. So the rejection from the EMA close to 43 level, and then you start to see any price action. After this, it would be all about the tape reading. If I had seen weakness here, anywhere here close to the high of the rejection, that's where my entry would have been. Ideally, it would have been probably in between this candle here, in between that. That would have been a good entry. If a better entry would have been higher, obviously, but just confirmation is needed a little bit. But as I said, guys, this one, it needs to wash down and, give you a quick one. If it doesn't, then it could be one of those pullbacks that does chop you around and then takes out the highs. But it looks good, to be honest, because the way how it's doing is is staying under that. If it starts to hug under 20 EMA, then that's a sign for you that, yeah, it's trying to bounce and it's not able to, and now the profit taking is taking place, basically. Yeah, so that's usually the case. And also with this one, obviously, yeah, the VWAP. Yeah, sometimes it could be profit taking, and sometimes when I do trade this specific setup, and it is actually a specific setup, um, that's, I think Solid knows about it. And I the daily, if the daily matches up, it's the accuracy is quite there towards the VWAP. The VWAP gets hit most often. So the daily on this one is not bad, actually. It's quite good. Overextended. I like the daily 43 rejection. Really good. If it does break that 4260s holds, then I think chance of it hitting that VWAP will be there quite a lot. And by plug, this is what I meant by that, Jessica. If you're still there, plug. It's just one of those things that I have a feel like I was talking about shorting, and then the VWAP on this one, yes, partial, but ideally I would have taken out the 32s. This one had more room towards 32s instead of just VWAP. What on always on the plug? You took it early. Yeah, that's why when you trade, entry is very important. Entry is extremely important. If you have laid out a level, if you have a thesis set up on that rejection, on the rejection of that level, let's say in this case we have this level here, while our EMA 3250, right, barely gets there, rejects. Now anywhere close to that level is your entry. The closer to it, the more positions you can take, and the more RRs you will have. That's the whole point. Because that your thesis is based off of that level, right? Let's say, for example, you chase this and you enter 32 33s. That's really bad. That's very, very bad, right? And then now what you're looking at is 1 hour, even less than 1 hour, which is not good. I don't do that. Like, neither should you. That's why you rather get like few stop outs of 10 cents or like minus really small R's, but being able to get multiple R's on that move, uh, that's the trick. You need to work on that. AMC is just hitting that 43s. If you were short here, for example, now with this setup, you could get out right now, like right now, or on the break of 43, right? So yes, Jessica. It's not just early, as in, oh, I should enter early. There's few things you need to do. Let me just give you an example. Maybe that's because we are quiet at this time. We can actually talk about it. Okay, let's say, for example, a 43. I know this is not a setup. Let's say on AMC it is strong as well daily, but we're looking for shorts, right? Let's say we're looking for shorts. Um, you want to look at daily, levels as a zone, right? You want to look at dailies as a zone, not just a line. Once you get to that daily, what you want to start to look at is you want to start to look at the tape, right? And also price action. What's it doing? Is it rejecting from that level? Well, it kind of is. 43 is holding, right? Not yet confirmed though. It is still fighting between 43s, right? And it's getting taken out, right? Now it's holding. But 4302s, you see those getting taken out? 4303s, 05s getting taken out, right? So it's climbing up. There's no trade. There's no trade because it's showing you strength, right? It's not like here where it showed some weakness. Now it might show it here, but right there when 43 hit, there was no weakness, or the rejection came in on that 43. So that's what I meant. So in this instance here was a different scenario. It bounced up to that level and then start to reject, and give you quite a bit of time, 2 minutes actually, to make that decision. Now in this case, that 43 is holding, as you can see. 4309s, 10s getting taken out. Did you see that? Right, let's watch that if we can. It's not just once. You wanna first of all recognize which area is it rejected from. In this case, let's say for example 4290s. Yeah, 4290s. Now what you want to see is, let's say you say to yourself, well, there you go, that's a rejection as well, a little bit, but maybe a bit, even now under 43 would be ideal. But I'm not saying there's a setup. Just remember, guys, I'm just saying if this was your thesis and this was your zone that you're basing your risk off of, this is a level for you, right? Something like this here is a rejection, or kind of like a hold. So ideally right here somewhere would be your entry. Your stop would be over the highs of that. You see, now it's no entry. This is perfect example actually. Well, I'm happy that it's playing out like that. Right there when it washed, there was no entry. No way, because you know what, your entry is 42.87 and your stop now is 43.11, instead of you being under 43 and you stop being just 10-15 cents. Now you're looking at 20-25 cents, which means your RRs are completely messed up. Hope that makes sense. It's the same sort of idea when I said over here there's no short, right? Over here there's no short. In anywhere around closer to your level that you determined, that's where your short is, closer to it. Especially on the wash, there's no shorts. Snaps somehow creating that little. Anyways, where is it? 4290 is actually. Where did you earlier? You entered early, isn't it? Here. Oh, here. Okay. Did you enter here? Sorry, I checked a bit late. Oasis. You entered here, didn't you? In this bar? Okay, confirmation to entry is your tape reading skills. That's the only way you're gonna get better entries. I could say to you that, Jessica, look, I'm gonna give you a technical approach to it. Technical approach is almost always late. For example, in this case, okay, let's say 4290 is our level, rejection of that, and then anything that rejects from there, low of that is your entry. Well, sometimes low of that could be huge. You see what I mean? Right? You understand? I think that looks like a nice little. I am zoomed in a little bit, but that seems like if 43 is still trading and is still holding, that might be a decent short opportunity. Yeah, I don't see any setup there. There is actually there is a setup there, 4290s Oasis, but that's a completely different story. I have a setup actually that triggers around 4290s. But the thing is, I would rather, even if there is a setup, I'd rather not take it here and wait for it to pull back. Wait for it to, even if it's a micro pullback. As soon as I might miss out on a few cents here and there, but I would definitely wait for it to do that wash, because when you attack the wash or entry at the wash, usually you will get wicked out. So if this is washing and that's not closed yet, it could easily close like that. So wanna pay attention to now by waiting for this pullback. What I'm doing is also I'm actually risking defining my risk properly. On the breakdowns, you don't have a defined risk unless the highs of that swing, which can be quite big. Say for example, if I had taken let's say 4290s, which is here somewhere, and my stop is highs. If I copy this, yeah, actually there is in this case there is more than 2R towards the VWAP, which is kind of makes sense. That's an okay trade if you had taken it through that process. If you have your thesis was that, still, if it does wash, my target is 42. Definitely, for any of the trades that I will be taking around here, high of the rejection or whatever you want to call it, the target would be 42, nothing more than that, or even nothing less than that. Eventually. Yeah. So if your thesis was based off of the high of day, then you've got to respect that, unless it's doing something silly, which I don't think it is at the moment. It's just making that higher highs, holding under the 43s. And if you pay attention to the price action, this is our 43s, right? As you can see, 43s break, but it actually doesn't close above it, right? Yes, you can say that once, and that's, I don't call that close. It has to be like a proper decent visual close. So it didn't, and it's stayed below it. As long as it's staying below that, if you are still short on it, you know, it's still a trade. You should still have it on your original stop if you had that over here, because these exhaustions plays can take a while for it to actually really unload, because that initial move is a bit of a profit taking, right? That's the whole idea. Exhaustion moves is usually started with the profit taking, but it gets followed up by more a bit of a more panic selling, because it's not actually taking out the highs quick enough, or it's actually holding certain levels very strongly. So people are just a bit, you know, jumping the gun with the, and also more shorts piling up. Just don't get me wrong, a lot of people are watching this for a possible short as well, as long as they're long. Right now, break of this is a long for a lot of people. You see that? So a lot of people are watching that, and a lot of people are watching this as a high of day breakout, so high of day rejection play. But I'll be very careful now, because that volume, you see the volume coming in. If this closes above 43, all bets are off for the short side, for sure. But my Ocgn, yeah, this might be the move that I was expecting on it. So gotta take that A50 out though. Yep, we'll see. I will see how this plays out during the whole day. So it's getting to the quiet times now, guys. I only have a few trades on the side which I didn't call out, and I'm managing on the side. One of them is Ocgn, looking good, and that probably is it for me. Let's go through today on the stream. Actually, the one that I called out wasn't really, didn't really do well. So just gonna make it quick on this, guys. The Bbig short under the VWAP, the rejection of the VWAP. Initially, if you look at it, guys, just forget about what happened later. But I'm happy with that trade. It's okay. This is an example I give you. If you're watching it still, Jessica. So basically, I was waiting for a pullback, right? Pullback to 845s, 850s. Now, because it actually, let me just put no, that's fine. 845s to 850s, right? It went to 845s, my level, initial area of my level, and starts to reject. Look at my entry, right? It's not here, is it? You see, it's not on the break of that low. It's actually on the rejection of my level. That way I can have a really tight stop. Does that make sense? That was my entry. Now I know it didn't work out, but you know, I think there might be a long on Snap. Let me have a look. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit maybe 74.50 break, and then you have at least 75.50s or 40s with a stop 74s. Yeah, I think the potential is there, to be honest. So that's what I mean. Your entry, if it's the closer it is to your level, but you must also wait for that rejection. Usually, as I said, comes from tape reading. See, for example, on this area 845, you start to see it's attacking that, but it's holding. Some numbers are there behind 845 or 846. Big numbers, big numbers. and it's still holding, and these bids are getting thinned out, which means they're basically getting taken out. People are hitting the bid, so that's your clue basically, right? And there's a lot of other ways you can check. There's a lot of other plays as well on level 2. It's kind of hard, you have to practice it. Kind of, it's like more like a feel than really something that I could really explain. But anyways, so yeah, work on your tape reading skills. If you see a play, if you have taken, for example, this short, you want to go back to that day, especially if you're TOS or some other platforms. Go to on demand, and go back to the same day. Especially if, let's say you've taken a nice trade and you think that you chased it here. Ask yourself, could you have taken it a little bit early, looking at the tape, right? And then if you could, just go back to the same setup, same day, same time, go back and play it out, play out here, and then really hone in on those pullback, your entry, where your entry was. Look, hone in on the level 2, just slow it down if you can. Watch what happens on the rejection. Watch what happens on the rejection every single day. If you watch those things happen, like let's say 500 times, then you will start to see some pattern. That's what I mean by feel, right? Because it's not the same every time. It's not that I wish I could say to you, well, there are big numbers that's holding. That's your clue. It's not necessarily that. It actually could be a very small number that's holding. Hidden seller, for example, just unloading, right? That's when the time and sales come in play, right? There's a lot of things that needs to be obviously watched. It comes with practice. It just, I can't stress it enough. You gotta be watching. Just, don't waste your time on looking at worthless things. You have to, if you're gonna practice level 2 or whatever it is, make sure you practice it at the right time, like when you traded it, when you thought there was a nice trade. For example, snap, okay, snap, right? So yes, that, forget about what happened here. Let's say you were short here, whatever. Like, this was a really beautiful place to, if you want to ever practice. Here's an example I'll give you. Okay, this is perfect. I just noticed it by looking at the chart. Right, I want you to go back to snap. Okay, all right, see you, OSS, take it easy, mate. See you around. Anyways, so I want you to, after today, maybe later during the afternoon, in the evening, go back to the specific spot and play this out right here. It doesn't matter, you know what happened, but I want you to pay attention to what happened in the highs of these bars at around 77, right? Andrew as well. I think you wanted to learn about. Just play this out constantly, get it right, reverse, so whatever, just reverse it if you have to, the time, go back to here, play it again, go back to here, play it again. Just understand what happened here. There's a lot of things happen here. At one point it's going to start to be slow for you. You will start to unfold. There's a story here, right, at that level. So once you start to read that story and you start to explain yourself properly, that's when you can read the tape. It comes especially after a proper move has happened. Like, it's very hard within the chop, but after a move that has happened, let's say AMC on the long side today, could have been really decent to go back to read the tape. Where is it? Quite clearly I see it here, right? You just make sure you go back to this day, this time. Why the rejection came? Like yes, there's a level, there's EMA, there's pivot point there, but the main fact is this. The main reason is what happened here and what happened in the time and sales. Put your time and sales on the side here, and then your matrix or level 2, whatever. Just pay attention to what happens. Now you must read these things over and over and over again. Like, I'm talking hours and hours of practice on the reversal areas, on the level bounces. You will start to notice things. And even then, that will still be not enough. But at least it will get you closer to better entries, right? Sometimes it could be also quite but anyways, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I wanted to talk about. uh, just a bit of a down day for me. Bbig got me. So 1 2, I think Bbig got me for a 2R at least, and the rest is small losers. So yeah, definitely go for that. Practice, try as much as you can. LMFA is a strange one. Anyways, that's that. And then I had the small loser on SPY. I started. Look at that stop though. Look at well, why do you respect your stop? Well, that's why. So on average, entry was on SPY 44350s, and then stopped out 44368s. So for a SPY, about what is it? 18 cents, is it? 18, 20 cents. I think it's less than 1 hour for me, but still I'll say 1 hour. So that's 1 minus 1 hour. I'm happy with this short, controlled, a really good trade, I think, in my opinion. And then we had Snap. And I mean, hindsight, yes, I should have stayed in there. I should have stayed in that short. A small winner for me. Yeah, exactly. Hindsight, right? But anyways, so I'm really happy with this trade, because the fact that at that point, again, I will mention this. Even here, I was mentioning it's a bit of a chase. That's why important. That's how important my entries are. Over here I was looking at aiming 78s or maybe under 78s, 77, 90s is levels, right? If I had gotten 77, 95s, 90s, 89, that would have been a much better entry. I could say to myself, well, that's a really good entry. Doesn't matter what happened, because my level is already determined by this price action here and the daily level, right? So even this was a bit of a chase for me, right? That entry at the 77, 85s, 86s. It doesn't matter. Maybe some new people who just don't understand what we were doing. Doesn't matter, Josh. Somebody disliking it? I didn't know. Probably my accent. Anyways, so it just washed off and then came back down again. Took it off 77 40s, 39, somewhere there, partialed out, and then I expected this to be bouncing and then quickly reclaiming down, which it didn't. That was the reason for me to get out. I didn't get out here, by the way. It was somewhere right there somewhere. Especially this volume tricked me. This volume really tricked me because when it was happening, it was just showing a bit of a strength. I was looking at it like that, right? So that looked at that point uh, for me to take action, and I did. I'm happy with it, honestly. So small green on it. I wouldn't even call it green. Yeah, but still green. So break even. I always put a low number on my results just in case if I have to encounter count for the commissions and everything. So I'll count that this partial as a break even. And even the second partial was actually some profit there, but still. So and then this happened. Just when I when I exited here somewhere, I think, and then this happened. But that's pretty much it. I think the rest is on the side, being traded on the side. My CGN is doing decent. Yep. So I might, depending on how OCGN, okay, looking good. OCGN ends up. If we do hit that VWAP, 840 somewhere there, I'll be quite good on it. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. So if it does hit that, I'll turn back the red into green. Maybe even better if it does hit my target, which is 8. So we'll see. Anyways, that's the result for the day, guys. What is it? Any questions? So what I do is unknown. I have got my list here. This list is basically is evening scans and pre-market all together with the gappers. Most of throughout the day, I'll keep an eye on them because I know that they are in play. There's something to do with daily, something to do with catalyst behind them. There's something going on, right? So when I know that if I do trade any of these, there's a potential good opportunity for a multiple R on it, right? Multiple decent R. That's the whole goal of the what I'm keeping here. I don't usually keep anything apart from beautiful, by the way. I like it. Apart from anything else that pops up on the, let's say, my high of day. Look at these. I mean, ZM popped up. Yes, okay, after hindsight, that's fine. But usually I wouldn't look at the price action. I don't like it. Usually that's how it, look at that. So these scanners will bring really decent stuff, like for example this one, and but it's barely anything that's gonna take me away from this here, the main thing here. So yeah, 90% of the time I will stick by this, but sometimes I'll go into this scanner here if I like the price action. So I think Neo right now is overextended, and the short might be due on it, especially if it does hit that 40. It's quite a far away actually. It looks like a massive move, but it's not. We're talking 38 to 39. Yeah, it's really not that much of a move. But right over here actually, 39.50s is a level, daily level. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on this level, 39.50s, right here. That I'll keep it here, 39.50s. Yep. I don't happen to have a video on that. I haven't made any video yet. See, daily is a massive topic, and it can't be covered in one day, and can't be covered in one talk. It's something that one general video is not gonna cover daily. That's all I can say. That's why I didn't make any videos on it, because You have to understand the structure, how the stocks, how the cycles of daily, and there's a lot of things to be learned. And I might create certain videos, but I'm only gonna share it with probably the what is it called, the elite group on the Discord soon. So I might actually make a video, a Zoom video if you guys want, or a Discord meeting with the elite group and talk about the daily specifically. It's not really something that I want to go into on the stream because it's a massive topic, and if you don't get it right, you can actually really make it worse for yourselves. That's why I really don't go into too much on it. I just give you a basic idea of what I'm looking at, and that's pretty much it. But there's way more than that, right? Yeah. Just when let's see if things settle down. I'm a bit quiet, things like that. Then yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do it on the Discord. You guys are all in the elite channel anyway, so it should be fine. We should be good. I think it's due. That video has been due. I think Andrew has been asking me this, and I've been sorry, Andrew, I've been ignoring you. It's just a topic I would like to discuss with people who's worth it. Right? That's maybe a bad thing to say, but that's what I'm saying. It's gonna take hours for me to at least cover one aspect of that. That's why. But anyways, I'm gonna head off, guys. Now, wish you best of luck, and hopefully that's gonna happen soon. This is what I meant by snap, by the way, guys. That's your VWAP almost hit, but this one kind of like a different style of trading reversal. OCG. Okay, looking good. No problem. You're welcome, guys. I'll see you tomorrow 9:15 EST. Until then, take it easy. Take care, everyone. Cheers.